Harry, Ron, and Hermione. Audiences have watched these characters and actors grow up on screen, and some audiences have even grown up with them. But now, as Warner Bros. And JK Rowling look to expand the Harry Potter franchise, our attention will be turned to a new lead character, Newt Scamander. Who is he? Who should play him? Let's discuss. Now, it's no secret that Harry Potter is one of the few film franchises, and perhaps the only one, that highlights the importance of education. Most of the action takes place at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry that's populated with a diverse and well-developed staff, at least on the page. But to the film version's credit, some of the greatest UK actors have portrayed teachers at Hogwarts, including Alan Rickman, Maggie Smith, Michael Gambon, Jim Broadbent, and Emma Thompson. What's more is that Hogwarts has been around for a long time, and as one of the top magic schools around, it has plenty of prestigious alumni, which is where we'll find Newt Scamander. Back in 1908, Newt began his studies at Hogwarts, sorted into Hufflepuff, meaning he's hardworking, friendly, loyal, honest, and fair. So naturally, with those qualities, Scamander flourished at Hogwarts, and while he didn't save the world or anything, he did well enough to go right into the Ministry of Magic after graduation, where he worked for the Department for the Regulation and Control of Magical Creatures, aka Animal Control. He started out in the office of House Elf Relocation Subdivision before moving over to the Beast Division. Then, just 3 years out of school, a great adventure came calling. Obscurus Books commissioned Scamander to write a book for them which would eventually become Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, the famous Hogwarts textbook that Harry reads and which is the focus of this new spin-off movie. And researching the book must have been quite the experience, as it took him 9 years to write it. Sounds like more than one movie maybe, don't you think? After Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them was published, Scamander continued to influence the wizarding community. He was responsible for creating the Werewolf Register in 1947 and the ban on experimental breeding in 1965. He also did quite a bit of dragon research, which he added to future editions of his book. Eventually, he became the headmaster at Hogwarts, was awarded the Order of Merlin Second Class in 1979, and even cooler, got a chocolate frog card named after him. His grandson Rolf, he would go on to marry one Luna Lovegood. Now, you might have noticed all these dates I've mentioned, 1908 all the way through 1979. That means this new movie is going to be a period piece. It'll be interesting to see how JK Rowling, who's writing the screenplay herself, will incorporate Muggle historical moments into Newt's story. As far as casting goes, while Rowling has said that the story will start in New York City, where Newt is said to have traveled on his studies, his place of birth is not specified, only the date, 1897. Rowling has been so insistent in maintaining her franchise's UK pedigree, one imagines Newt is also British, yet this would be a great opportunity to give a new faction of Harry Potter's diverse fandom a character to relate to. But odds are he's British, especially since he attended Hogwarts. So with that in mind, only British actors can be considered for the role, per Rowling's instructions for the original group of films. But while Daniel Radcliffe, Rupert Grint, and Emma Watson were unknowns when they were cast, here we meet Newt as an adult, so almost definitely Warner Bros. Will want an actor that's somewhat recognizable to audiences. And there can be a little leeway on said actor's box office credentials, as he will be starring in a Harry Potter spin-off. However, we don't want an actor that audiences have outrightly rejected either. My top choice would be to go over Benedict Cumberbatch's flat and offer him an obscene amount of money before he gets nominated for an Oscar for The Fifth Estate. Right now, Cumberbatch is perhaps as British and as famous as Harry Potter himself, and has plenty of experience portraying an intelligent adventurer. But Cumberbatch does have his heart set on Star Wars, and he's already playing Khan, so next I'd bring up Jude Law as Agent. Sure, at 40 he's a little old to kick off a new franchise, but Daniel Craig did just fine. Plus, Law has aged like fine wine, becoming a more reputable actor over time, much like his contemporary pretty boy, Matthew McConaughey. Put some spectacles on him and bam, he looks like a professor/explorer to me. If he won't do it, or more likely Kevin Tsujihara says no, I'd make a play for Tom Sturridge. Right now, he is more famous for his relationship with Sienna Miller, but I got the chance to see him on Broadway in Orphans, and he was an acting tour de force. Well, maybe more of a light rain, but he clearly has untapped potential. Another good choice is the latest member of the Houston clan, Jack, who's wowed audiences himself on Boardwalk Empire. Houston handles scenes all by himself well, and I imagine Newt had a lot of alone time on his adventures. Finally, I have one rogue idea for Tsujihara and Rowling, Daniel Bruhl. Sure, he's Spanish-German, but he's set to make a big splash this year in both The Fifth Estate and Rush, where he portrays two famous Europeans. How about a famous fictional European? So that's Newt Scamander, and who I think should play him on the big screen. What do you think? Be sure to share your thoughts down below. I'm Grace Randolph, and this has been a Movie Bite. You can watch more right now.